What's up everyone, Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today I'm checking out a County Comm, what they're calling the Mega Big Daddy Mystery Swag Pack. I've checked these out before on the channel. I'll put a link up in the corner of the previous video, but this is actually a new variation they're calling Gen 6, and this one was for April 2022. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to keep these going, but sometimes when they have kind of extra inventory that they're trying to clear out, they put it into these swag packs and kind of clear it out at basically discounted prices. The value was definitely there. I think the last time I got one of these, the value was over $300 and you pay just under $99, which this one's going to have one extra item in it, which is the sliver grippers, little tweezers, and that's because they very cleverly price this at $98, $95 I want to say, and the qualification for free shipping is $99, so I could either pay for shipping or pay for a cheap item, and so I threw those tweezers in here. Always good tweezers to have. I actually got the titanium version. I want to try doing some like heat anodizing on them, so threw those in there, so that will not be part of the unboxing. Well, it'll be in the video, but not part of the swag pack, so just something to keep in mind. Today I'm opening up with just a utility knife, box cutter, says stitches get snitches, snitches get stitches on it. This is from Violent Little Machine Shop. I opened another package from them with one of these the other day. They have a lot of cool, like, kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of vulgar humor items, patches, stickers, box cutters, and utility knives, all kinds of sort of things. So definitely check them out if you haven't already. They have some cool stuff if you're into that sort of thing. But I'm just going to go ahead and cut down the bottom here, because it seems like that's probably the safest place to do it. And right off the bat, we have another one of these part or armor trays. These are pretty cool, good to have around. Basically just like slip-proof kind of part trays. I use these quite a bit just for disassembling stuff so you don't lose it. I've used them as like Lego sorters so they don't fly off the table and get eaten by my dog or stepped on. And my wife uses them as well for just like craft projects, like just like rhinestoning and like glitter stuff, and so she'll use them for different things she's working on as well. So always good to have around. I probably have 5 or 6 of these full-size ones now, so didn't really need another one, but I'm sure my wife will appreciate it and I'll get my use out of it as well. So next up, it looks like this is one of their wallets, and so it just kind of slides into the corner, and it says the no spill wallet, a simple wallet that stays closed and keeps your items contained whether you stuff your wallet full or roll with just a few bills and cards. Our Maratac dog ear feature holds everything together. Dog ear. I can read it, I promise. Holds everything together, constructed with just a single piece of weatherproof number 3 coated fabric, and it looks like it's 4.5 inches long, 3 inches wide, and 1/4 inch thick, and made with number 3 coated fabric and number 70 bonded nylon thread. Excuse me. And so yeah, it just kind of tucks in there, what they're calling their dog ear technology, and kind of digital camouflage pattern on that. So pretty cool little wallet, super thin. Always like having kind of different types of wallets that can use in different situations, so excited to check that out. I don't think I've seen this on their website, or maybe I have in just a different pattern, but cool item to see here. Next up, it looks like we've got a Cert Patch. So I got, I think, the Med Patch last time, so this is one I don't have, so pretty cool. Just kind of throw another throw in there. I think they're only like $2 or $3, so nothing crazy. But then it looks like we've got this kind of clip-on button compass. So button compasses aren't the most reliable usually, but this one looks like it's doing a pretty good job of spinning in there. Some are better than others, of course. Can't say without really testing it out how this one is, but it looks like it's doing a decent enough job and pointing in the right direction, so that's always a good first sign. Next up, and let me just kind of move this off to the side so we have a little bit more room on the camera. Close up this blade so I don't cut myself. So next up we have one of their whistles. Again, this is one that came in the last one, so I have a couple of these already, but again, if you put together like bags and packs and use survivor whistles, these are always good to have. These ones can clip right onto the backpack strap, which is really nice. So you can just kind of clip it onto the strap and always have it handy on the outside of your bag, or obviously stuff it inside of something. Next up are these little carabiners. It's like little keychain accessories. It comes with 2 of them. One side opens up, the other side is just kind of like a round portion that you can connect to your keychain. So these again are always really cool if you're putting stuff together on a keychain, want to organize it a little bit better. Gives you some ability to attach second and third key rings that you can remove from your keychain if it's you want kind of a more modular system. So good to see that in there. And then a small pair of their medical shears. I think I have all of the different sizes of medical shears at this point. I didn't get any of this size last time, but can never have too many of those putting into first aid kits. I'll probably end up throwing this into a first aid kit that I give away just because I have several of them at this point. But their shears are really good, and never really had to use them for any serious first aid, some like minor kind of bandage stuff, but nothing serious. But from my experience, they're decent. And then it looks like one of these pull-through sharpeners. Also interesting to see in here, it's got kind of like a groove to put your fingers in. You can pull it out of the bag so you can get a better look. And some ceramic rods. These aren't the greatest just because you're not able to set the angle. So unless you have the exact knife, and I have no idea what this angle is, but unless you have an exact knife that's already at that angle, this isn't going to be so helpful for you. More likely to just steal your knife and have to redo the edge on a real sharpener later. So these aren't my favorite, but I mean, nice to have in a pinch, especially if you have the specific knife that has the angles that you need for one of these, but otherwise would be very careful using those type of sharpeners. Next up is just a promo card. You can use that for 10% off. It looks like 21 VIP me, so if you're interested in anything on Comm, be sure to use that to save 10%. As always, one of their stickers. I have 1,000 of these at this point. I've done a lot of orders on Comm, but never hurts to have them. I'll throw them on random things every once in a while, but most likely we'll just go into my sticker box because I have so many. And so this is the item I mentioned, was not part of the box. It just got me to free shipping, but these Uncle Bill's TI sliver grippers, just some nice little tweezers that you can squeeze and pull out. Maybe they're kind of stuck in there. Squeeze and pull out, have a really nice sharp edge at the point, and so these are really good for removing splinters. Or I actually used recently, I went camping and my dog had a tick, and used it to twist them off, and that worked really well. When I have a tick remover and it did not work so well, just the spot it was on her, it just wasn't able to get a grip, and so it was really nice to have these super grippy tweezers that was able to pull the tick out in one piece. You don't want to leave the head in there, so you got to be pretty careful, but it was able to get it off in one piece, so I was happy about that. This is pretty cool. This is their EOD breacher bar. I have one of these already. I may be mistaken, but this one seems like it might be a smaller version than the one I have. So a little bit smaller, which is cool, super light. But this is their titanium breacher bar, which is pretty cool. They have these holes in there so you can paracord wrap the handle. I think they sell sheaths for these as well if you want one of those. But cool to have one of these. Like I said, I'm almost positive this is a smaller version than the one I have, so excited to see this in the box. And these aren't cheap. I don't remember how much they are, but this is a titanium one, so my guess is, 30, 40 bucks on that, if I'm remembering correctly. Next up, you get these every once in a while in these like weird little slide out tube things, and I really like having them. I'll use them for different things, but basically just squeeze them, pull them out, and they just use them for packaging. I don't think they sell them, but I do like these little containers. But it looks like we got one of their flashlights. This is cage number 5VKB6, and it's a Maratac AAA battery flashlight, just kind of end push. There's no batteries in here, and I don't have any next to me to test this out, but I do have some other Maratac flashlights, and they work really well and are usually pretty high quality. I try and stay away from battery flashlights. I like kind of rechargeable ones, but sometimes these are nice, especially if you're putting them in like a bag that you take out a lot with you and you don't want to carry the charger, you know, batteries are usually pretty readily available. I guess not in like if you're using this for prepping or something like that, you might be counting on batteries not being available and want something that you can kind of solar power charge or something like that. But it is nice to have one of these when you're traveling or just want to be able to pick up batteries if it dies and not have to worry about charging it. So cool little flashlight, and again, probably not super cheap. Their flashlights usually aren't super cheap, but they work well, so excited to have that. And then another kind of repeat item from the previous box, but one I don't have this specific is their Pry Bars, and this looks like the 4-inch, I want to say, and so I have the 3-inch and the 2-inch. I have curved and straight, but I don't think I have a 4-inch one of their Pry Bars, so cool to see that. I'm not sure if this is a stainless steel or titanium. I can actually probably check that. I have a kind of sheath here, and it is magnetizing, and for those that don't know, titanium is not magnetic, and so this is going to be their stainless steel version of that. And we can show that right here actually with this titanium breacher bar. This is not going to stick or get caught on that magnet at all, whereas this one you get anywhere close, obviously it's slapping on there. So if you ever want to know if something's titanium, that's a good way to test it out really quickly if you have a magnet handy. Oh, this is a fun one. So this is their mini dice. Where'd they put that box cutter? Just cut this open. I actually ordered some of these, so I have some already, but cool to see them in the box. They're just fun little dice. They have brass or copper versions of them. And so these are just super tiny little dice that really cool. I have a lot of different sizes of their dice. In fact, I have them pretty close by. But I really like them. They're fun to just kind of collect. But they have kind of this like huge, large dice, which I've never actually rolled because I feel like it'll damage anything I roll it on. If I roll it on my table, it might dent it. If I roll it on my floors, it might dent them. So I just feel like it might damage them. So this is just kind of sitting behind me on my desk. So one of the sets of dice, and then another I have in one of their kind of storage tubes, just sitting on top of that right now. But these are kind of the normal size dice, so they make them in different sizes, so cool to see those in there. I do already have them, but nice to have a couple more because I think I ordered 4 of them, and if you play like Yahtzee or something, you might need 5 dice, so nice to get a couple extra in there. They're super small. I probably should have kept that out for just a second longer, just so you can see it next to a normal size dice. So as you can see, they're much, much smaller, probably 15-20%, maybe even less than that, of what a normal dice is, and they weigh much less, of course, as well. So cool to see those in there as well. And another item I already have, but excited to get, and these, again, aren't super cheap. I think they're 25, 30 bucks, depending on what size. I really want this is the size I already have, but this is one of their grappling hooks, and so the end screws off. And inside there's 3 prongs that you can screw in. Let me just set these down. That you can screw in, and it makes a miniature grappling hook. And so this isn't something that's going to carry any sort of weight. You definitely don't want to try and lift your body weight with this, but it's good if you get like something stuck in a tree, you can kind of throw this up there and pull the branch down, or if you drop something down like a grate, you can, like your keys, you can drop this down there, hook it onto your key ring and pull those back up. So this is more for retrieval than any sort of lift. It's not going to carry anything heavy, but as you can see, it makes a nice little tiny grappling hook with a ring on the end so that you can run some line through there and toss this or drop this wherever you need to retrieve something. So cool to see that. Excited to get another one of those. Honestly, I never use it, but it's just one of those cool things to have. It feels like almost like a piece of like spy gear or something weird. So they're just fun. Nothing too crazy, obviously, but next up is another compass. This one looks like a little bit higher quality than the other. Let me pull it out of the bag and I'll put it on camera. So this one's in some sort of metal, maybe aluminum frame, and it works similarly. It looks like it's just a button compass sitting in there, but you can run this through something and hang it from like a zipper pull or a necklace or a keychain, anything like that. So it looks like another button compass. Again, looks like it's pointing the right direction. Once you let it settle, you want to obviously get it on an even surface. No, it's not. Although maybe my table's not that even. But button compasses, of course, are not the most reliable. So if you can get a full-size compass, I would. I mean, they can be nice if you know the general kind of sense of direction and just want to confirm it. But again, I wouldn't rely too heavily on those. Next up, it looks like a little keychain glow tab. So you can just add this to your keys. It looks like it glows in the dark, and just to kind of identify it in the dark, or add it to something else that you keep in your bag, have it hanging out, and you can use this as kind of like a pull tab, easy to identify where it is, and then pull out whatever it is. If you say attach it to a pack and leave this hanging out, you can pull that directly out. And so, cool little thing for a keychain, and something I don't have, which isn't so common in these unboxings, just because I've bought so many of the different County Comm items over the years that there's not a lot that I don't have. But then it looks like this is going to be our last item, so I'm going to ditch that onto the floor and actually cut into it while cutting the bag. So luckily I did not damage the pouch at all. But it looks like some sort of EDC pouch. It's got this kind of Velcro netted enclosure on the front, and the back these strips for mounting it on some MOLLE webbing, and it looks like it has a drain hole on the bottom. This is Cordura, so it's not going to be waterproof, but a little bit water resistant, and if water does get in there, at least it'll drain through that drain hole on the bottom. And inside, it looks like it has two really big elastic straps over here, so you can kind of put something larger on this side, and then on this side, a pocket that Velcros shut, as well as more of that elastic webbing in a little bit smaller configurations. And these look like they're actually double webbed. So there's two webs in each, so you can kind of stuff something in the back, especially something like flat, and then put something in front of it to kind of hold it down and have multiple layers there. Obviously, the pack is only so wide. Looks like it's pretty decent, good 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, and it probably can expand a little bit above that. So you can put some like decent size items in here, and then two more straps up here on the top that are also double strapped. So it looks like you'd be able to put some decent size items in here. Cool to see that. I do some pouch videos, so maybe I'll stuff one of these and make a video about it specifically. I haven't seen this one on their website, so not sure what these usually run for. But overall, happy to see that in there. Last time I got like a full backpack, which was a insane value. I think that alone was almost double the cost of the Mega Big Daddy Swagg pack. So I'm guessing the value is a little bit lower on this one, but definitely over $100. I think these parts trays are probably about 12 bucks, say $5 each on the compasses, maybe a little bit less on this one, a little more on this one, so average it out to 10 bucks. Again, these tweezers were not part of it. Again, these breacher bars aren't cheap. I don't know exactly how much they are, and I'm guessing this flashlight for sure is probably around $50 or more. On their website. Their flashlights usually aren't cheap, but they are decent quality. So overall, I'm guessing we probably got a value of $150. I know these are around 25, 30 bucks, I think. $150 or so is my guess. I could be wrong, but I'll list out all of the items down in the description and what they're running for on the website. Last time there were 1 or 2 items that were no longer listed, and I couldn't find the old listings. There were some that were sold out and the listing was still on the website. But there were a couple others where I just had to estimate it. I think one item in particular where I just had to estimate kind of what that would cost at another retailer because it was no longer on the website anywhere. But I'll put the item name, the price, and a link over to their website. It's not like an affiliate link or anything like that. Just so you guys can check these out. I do have a referral link I'll put down in there. I don't think... I think you get a little bit of a discount if you use that. It's not like a typical affiliate link or anything like that. I think I get some sort of credit or discount myself if you use it, but feel free to use it or not. It doesn't really matter so much, just kind of want to put that out there so that you have it if you need it. But there is also this 10% promo code if that doesn't work, or if you can use in conjunction with that. Again, it's 21 VIP me if you want to check out any of these items. But yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for checking it out. Let me know what you thought of this one. Definitely a little bit lower value than the last one of these that I opened, but some really cool items. And actually some items that I'm a little bit more excited to see, because there was a lot more stuff that either I didn't have or a variation of stuff that I did have, and a pouch, which I always love getting and again do videos on, so maybe it will appear in a future video. So although it was a little bit less value, got some really cool items in it. So let me know what you think down in the description or in the comments below. But thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, I hope you have a great one.